Hi, it's Lori the Armchair Chef. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming by. I have updates on a few things. I did not have a video scheduled for tomorrow, so I thought, well, I'll just do one right now before I go to bed to just bring you up to date on a few things. Okay, there's my little boy. For starters, he didn't have a big spasm today at all. So I'm very happy about that because my heart breaks every time I hear him screaming, oh my God, in pain. I've had spasms under my chest here that was like a air bubble got caught in there, and the pain was excruciating. And I can imagine that's what he's feeling. And it just sounds like a wild animal screaming. So, yeah, the emergency all or the ER says, oh, well, the only thing we see is arthritis. I'm like, well, how is arthritis causing his spasm? Huh? And only on one side and only in one spot. And yeah, I don't know. They don't know. I don't know. So got pain medicine, and that will help relax him. So it could have been stress. It could have been anything. He could have tweaked it. I have the ramps now. They're used to going up and down the ramps. They don't jump. While they were on vacation, the bed was really tall and they did jump. So that could have contributed to some problems. But yeah, didn't have one today. But I did order some CBD for him. I went online looking for spasms in dogs, and I went to a bunch of places where people were talking about it. And then I went to the places where they were selling it, and I looked at the reviews, and yeah, I'm going to get him some. It's on the way. It should be here Tuesday, I'm hoping. Um, so all it is like a little dropper, and you just put a couple drops under his tongue in his mouth. And I don't have to make him eat anything, but they do have some treats. So I did buy a package of the treats to sprinkle on his food. He will eat the supplements that I sprinkle on his food. I have some for old dogs. I give them both a half. I had not been doing it recently, but I am now. I've been adding it into the food again because she's sensitive, and she everything makes her puke. So I just try not to give her anything extra. So did my laundry today, washed all the dog stuff, yeah, and got my stuff ready for work for the week since I've been off for about a week. I stayed home Saturday because it was just so traumatic for me having him be in so much pain. So I did some crocheting. I was using the granny square yarn, this one with the black and the blue. Oh, excuse me, past my bedtime. And I decided not to do the granny square, but I did the hat. Remember? I showed you it starts in the middle with the color and it goes around sort of like a granny square, but I did a divine hat. So let's see how this worked up. Not too bad. I went ahead and did a front post, back post, and that I don't like how that turned out. Turned out funky looking because of the colors. Don't care for that at all. What I would probably do instead is like do a solid color on the bottom. It looks better when it's more solid. So yeah, so this actually turned out pretty good. Just about the right size for a normal head. That other one was too tight for me, but I can stretch it, I think. Somebody mentioned blocking it. So okay, so this one. Then what I decided to do was start making a granny square because I had an idea of making a, where'd I put it? making a dog coat. And I did a lot of looking at the dog coats. Now, the ones that I made before, I made them a little different, but these weren't going to be for my dogs. So what I saw was there was one out there was just a granny square, about 10 rounds, and you add a collar onto it, and then you add a strap onto it. And that's pretty much it. So I started with the same thing, and I started the granny. Well, if you're not expecting it to work out like the color's normal, it's no big deal. It's just yarn that changes color by itself. And that's the yarn I like the best. So what I'm doing is I'm using a size 6 hook on it so that it's not real tight and it's still a little stretchy, but I'm not doing I'm doing like a tight granny, but it's not tight because I'm using a 6. So if I was using a smaller hook, it would still be tight. I did not want that. I wanted it to be loose because no matter what I'm using this for, I don't need it to be that tight. Otherwise, I would have done the closed granny where it's all double crochet. I want it to be quite open. Now, I'm using my Susan Bates because, yeah, it's nice. I wish I could do something on this one. But Wednesday, I'm so excited. I also have found out a few things. I was out watching and they're talking about heat. Well, when I was going for my therapy, when this first started hurting, just first started, it wasn't a lot yet because I didn't do the same thing all the time. And he would put my hand in heat, then he would do the ultrasound, and then we'd do red light. And it was fine. So I started thinking, okay, there's an ice pack. There's a thing for your hand that you can do either ice or heat and wrap your hand in it. And I'm like, okay, that's nice. So I'm going to get one of those. I have these big old yellow things that are called hot hands that I picked up somewhere that you heat them in the microwave and put your hands in them. Okay, I've got those. And then I was watching one of the videos on YouTube and she mentioned paraffin wax dips. And I'm like, duh, that's what they do when you go get a manicure. They put your feet in a bag, a plastic bag, and then they put your foot into the hot wax. They don't do it with your raw foot. They do it with the bag on it because of the sanitary and stuff. But with your hands, they just put your hand in there and then they peel the wax off your hand when you do that. And I've never thought that was really worth anything because of my job. My hands get very dry and it doesn't last, but I'm going to buy one. They've got them on Amazon for $29. And the wax isn't that expensive. You just melt it in this thing and you can put your hand in it or you can put your foot in it. You can use it for both. And you can use plastic gloves in there. Then when you're done, if you just want the heat and not the benefit of the wax, making your hand or your foot soft, if you're not going to share this with anybody, you could use your own foot, your raw foot, raw dog it down there in the wax, because you're not going to spread things around to somebody else like you would if you went to a foot salon. So, but if you put your hands in a glove and then put it in there, then you can take that off and you can reuse that wax, put it back in and remelt it. So I'm getting one of those. And so I'm going to have some heat treatments besides what the doctor's going to tell me. And I've been looking at what some of the treatments are for the issue. You can fuse a bone together. I might be able to get bone fused. That would be cool, especially if I could file workers' comp on it. Huh? I don't know. I just want it to work. I just want it to work. The shots could last for 2 weeks, 2 months. They say there's no knowing, depending. They got to get a look at it, and just see which joint it is. But I don't see a lot of swelling like they talk about it. So, and yeah, it's just I use it a lot, and it's like, okay, um, you know how when you're right-handed, certain things you do right-handed and things you do left-handed because you're right-handed. Well, that's what this is. Because I'm right-handed, this hand does other things that are hard, heavy and holding, because this hand, like say scans or cuts or writes, whatever it is, this hand has to do some of the other stuff, and it has to do it all the time because this hand is the only one that can do the other stuff. So, okay, enough of that till I find out what's going on with my appointment. I want to share my temperature snake. Yeah, look at this. This is a month old. This is a month. This is the warm weather. This is the cool weather. I mean the lows and the highs. The highs I will know because the green. I did put the California weather when I was there because I thought, well, it's not that hot. It wasn't like it was 80 or 90 degrees. It was just like in the green. It was in the 50s. So I said, well, then I'll remember which side is the highs because that's when I was in California. So I still think it's still neat the way it's working back and forth like that. The colors are staying very close together. So I've decided what colors I'm going to change. I've only been using these colors. I don't think I've even gotten into the yellow yet, which is 60 degrees, 66. I haven't even gotten to that one yet. That wasn't even California. California was in the 50s. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the yellow. I'm going to have this varsity orange. I believe this is varsity orange. And then this one is going to be a deeper, darker orange. And this is going to be more of a red. This is wine. I don't want the wine. I want the dark red. So I'm thinking that's what it's going to be. I'm going to I'm going to switch up these last two to make it more warm colors. Because I looked at what colors represent the warm weather on a chart, and the watermelon just doesn't do it. It's not hot enough, doesn't look hot. So, and I like the red. I might leave this on here in case it gets for 100 and up, and then I might add a couple more because it's going to get hot here. So I might change up I might actually add another one on this side. We'll see. So, because I've only been using 4 for a whole month. So we shall see, and I'm all caught up. So I see other people have been having issues with their Joanne. Huh, Robin? Yeah, I know. I have 10 packages waiting for me at work. I haven't been in yet to get them. I'm sure this probably 5 of them are single skeins from Joann's. I did purchase a couple things on Poshmark. Let's see. The Amazon stuff I'm having sent here. The microwave I had sent to work because it's going to be big. And the big stuff they send on the truck, they don't deliver it in person with the little guy in the that walks up and hands it to you. The flex drivers don't deliver that. So I had that sent to work. So it's not sitting out here. And then there's a few other things probably coming. But yeah, I am buying a little bit of stuff here and there. I'm going to Temu to pick up a few more things. And I have, oh, I wanted to ask you guys, if you haven't sent me your final pictures or anything for January yet, just raise your hand, let me know that you still have to send it in the comment, please, so that I know I can put something by your name that you still have to send it in. Just tell me, I still owe you a picture or a video or something. So that way I'll know. I'm going to start looking for them because I'm getting them coming in now. They're coming in. And if you want to sign up for February, I have people. Let me tell you. Let me tell you who I got. This is always fun because last month I missed a lot of people. A lot of people I didn't get because I was so stressed out. My brain wasn't working, but I'm paying more attention this time. Okay, so I have people that want to give and receive yarn, that want to send yarn and receive yarn the normal way. I have Becky, Cecilia M, Kaylee, Debbie W, Elaine, Julianne, Tammy H, and Tara. And yeah, Lori H. Okay, now as far as number 2 goes, where you're only going to send yarn, but not receive yarn because you want to work on a whip, that right now would be Deb and Aaron. And right now, the people that are receiving yarn is Kira and Vicky. And the people that just want to work on whips because they don't want no more yarn, they got stuff they need to get done, is Talena, Michelle L, Mary, Robin, Crystal, new player. I contacted our friend Crystal from Crystal's Crochet Cubby Hole, and she's going to play on number 4 because she has some stuff that she needs to get done. And I said, you know what? Why don't you play with me? And you can participate, and you're doing your whip anyway, right? So I sent out some invitations to several people that maybe they don't want to exchange mystery yarn, but maybe they have a whip and they could play in our game and be eligible for a prize. At the end, the more people that play, the more prizes I give away. Yeah, January, I had 30 people. That's 3 prizes. I give a prize for every 10 people. So that's 3 prizes that are going to go out. And I have Roxanne and Carol have projects that they want to work on. So already I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 19. And that's not including me, which will probably be in here somewhere. That'll be 20. Already got 20 people. And I don't have nearly the amount of normal people that have not sent me in their stuff yet. So send it to me if you see this. Send me your email in which one you want to play. One is you want to send and receive mystery yarn. 2, you're willing to send yarn, but you want to work on a whip. And last month I had a buy because I had so many people that wanted to send yarn more than wanted to get yarn. So I was able to get somebody a buy that didn't have to send yarn. And then 3 would be you can't send yarn out, but you still want to play. And so you'll receive some yarn and make a project with the mystery yarn. And 4 would be, I just want to work on a whip. I really don't want to send yarn. I just want to get something done and I want to play. I want to be part of your game. So that's the options we have. And so if you are listening to this, you can play. And if you're anywhere, if you're you can play number 4. If you're in the UK, if you're in Canada, you can play number 4. I can send you something through PayPal if you win, or through Amazon or whatever. Or I can mail, if you're in Canada, I can mail you a prize because I can keep it under 3 pounds and I can send it to you. UK, we might have to work something out. But yeah, you can play. I might be able to have somebody in the UK send out a prize. I know people over there. I know somebody in Australia too. But if you're over there, you can play. You can do number 4. So if I sent out an invitation and you think you'd like to play, just send me an email if you have any questions. Let me know. Or if you're seeing this for the first time, I have a video that talks all about it. Signups for February. I went over more details for new people that maybe don't know about the game. And so yeah, that's kind of how it is right now. Um, I don't have nothing else to talk about at the moment because I got to go to bed. It's really late. The perils of being on vacation and not keeping normal hours. Oh my gosh. But yeah, my snake, it's going to be a big one. It's going to be an anaconda. I think so. Yeah. That's why I've got all that buffalo snow. That's why I bought all that buffalo snow. I got lots of stuffing. Oh, excuse me. Well, I'm going to go so I can put this is not big and I can put it up and you will have something to look at tomorrow because I didn't do anything else. So, all right. And don't forget, Robin's going to have bingo Monday. Oh, I hope so because I said it. I usually can make it home in time to watch bingo while I'm doing other stuff. So, okay. All right. Oh, roaming with Rover, Robin. So, it's 4:30 Pacific time, 7:30 Eastern time. Yeah, 7:30 Eastern. Okay, bye.